Oh yeah. Let's do it. We bike. We bike again, everybody. Afternoon
Man, you
pop-up.
country shit.
Yeah, afternoon pop-up show, man. Your boys back at it again. More Falcon news coming out. It's been a busy morning already for the Atlanta Falcons and just news around the Atlanta Falcons. So, like I just said, we bike. But Chris Tipmore, man, and Smitty Sports Machine, we back at it again. How you feeling, Smitty?
I'm hanging in there, bro. The damn rain about to put me to damn sleep.
Yeah, man, that rain, man, it's out there. It's gonna be saying, supposed to start today. It really ain't supposed to end until maybe Sunday, possibly even Monday. So,
Probably
well,
Monday.
yeah, man. So y'all make sure, like, if y'all traveling over the roadways, y'all being careful because some of that stuff they talking about, with the freezing temperatures could turn to black ice. Y'all know that's dangerous. Don't need nothing happening to any one of y'all. So y'all make sure y'all keep it, what I'm saying, keep it cool in that road, what I'm saying, over these next couple of days, for next few days actually.
Facts. Tevin, what's up, my guy?
What's
That's
happening,
my
chat?
NFC South supporter, man. He was rocking with me heavy on the NFC South roundtable, man. He was there every episode. He had my back. What's good, my guy?
Hey, we need people to have our bike, man. Gotta have our bike. Yeah, man. Rise up, everybody. Really, y'all come on in, man. We about to get into it. Quick pop-up show. I want to talk about recent things going on. And of course, we're gonna get to our players in a second, but gonna start off with the recent hire. It's been official. We heard about it. We didn't want to really talk about it until it became really official. And now it is. What I'm saying? So, oh man, what said, man? Somebody left my car on bricks this morning. Oh no,
Wow.
Zulu.
Come on, Shaka.
Oh man, I hate to hear that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
M Dub, what's up, man? That's crazy, man.
Yeah, that is
Definitely
crazy.
got to be careful out here, man. Watch your surroundings.
My
Make sure
goodness.
nobody don't follow your home. Keep your eyes, keep your head on the pivot, man.
Hmm. But yeah, man, like we were saying, man, the news is broke out. Tommy Reese is now the offensive coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons. He was the Browns offensive coordinator. Didn't have any NFL experience, but he did have some coaching experience as far as offensive coordinator, being with in the college ranks. I know Alabama is definitely a notable college. They didn't like him down there, but he still had gained some experience, and he took over play calling when calls wasn't necessarily like getting through, which Kevin Stefanski, things weren't going right. So Stefanski decided to give play calling to Tommy Reese. Before, when Kevin Stefanski was calling plays in the first 8 games of the 2025 season, the Browns averaged 15.75 points per game. After
Wow.
Stefanski gave over the duties to Reese, that number increased to a whopping 17 points per game. The, and
Come on, bro.
despite the slight increase, though, saying, like, it was overall, it was poor. And
Yeah.
I do want to say that the Browns were 3-6 in games where Tommy Reese was the primary play caller, and they finished the season 5-12 overall. So
Mm.
this move right here, we're hoping that it doesn't backfire on the Atlanta Hawks because Atlanta Falcons. Sorry, I was just talking Hawks, but with the Atlanta Falcons, because we have seen, yeah,
Come on, man.
yeah, we have seen this movie before. A guy bringing in a guy that's not really experienced. He had more experience than Zac Robinson, yes, but he still wasn't really experienced. And then now it kind of feels like it's the same carousel all over again. Not really experienced, and you're coming in to run the personnel, to run the offense with guys like Bajan and Drake London that you have at your disposal. So it is
Right.
better talent, and it just seems like to me, Smitty, that this is one of those situations to where it's like I'm going to prove that they just didn't have the personnel, they didn't have what we needed up there, but the Atlanta Falcons do. Buddy.
Yeah, that's true, bro. Shout out to my cousin, man. A lot of good folks, man. Y'all go check him out on YouTube. He say optimistic and excited about his birds, man. And I get it.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
we should be. ATL Focus. What's up, my guy? But we've seen this, time and time again about friends, coaches bringing in friends. We've seen it with Dan Quinn, Steve Sarkisian. We just saw it, Raheem Morris, Zac Robinson. I mean, it's just something that's just going to happen. I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. We just have to pray that it works out. And Chris, he gave y'all the numbers, but you also got to think they had rookie quarterbacks all season. So you get him a veteran guy. I think that could turn things around. You also got to look at front office on screwed up the team, bringing in who they want to bring around. The Falcons have a stronger offensive line. They just have a stronger offense altogether, personnel wise. So I think you get them some veterans. I think it could work. And I threw out the Mac Jones video yesterday, and surprising thing, Tommy Rees was his offensive coordinator at Alabama.
Yeah, he was.
Even though San Francisco said that they won't trade him, I think they're gonna listen to calls because let's be real. Brock Purdy, $50 million. You just can't sit. You just can't bench him. And they will only be keeping Mac Jones for backup purposes, which is kind of selfish because I'm sure he wants to start somewhere, knowing he went 5-3 last year, so he know he can start somewhere.
But Brock hurt, man. Brock be getting hurt. That's their insurance policy.
Exactly.
Almost like Malik Willis in with Green Bay. Green Bay gonna have to pay him a little something to keep him to stay, but I think he'll take a discount to stay because I mean LaFleur has really got the best out of the system. Yeah, like the system.
The thing about San Francisco's offense and Kyle Shanahan, you just found a competent quarterback. He'll be fine sitting behind him. You saw it with Sam Darnold before he went to Minnesota and then now to Seattle. So just get a competent quarterback in San Francisco, and you can just give us Matt Jones, and everything will be fine. But I know Chris wanted to shout some out right quick. We wanted us to watch some right quick. To talk about Kevin Stefanski and this Tommy Rees thing. But go ahead.
Before you play that,
okay.
Smitty, I want you to do something for me. Pick a number between 27 and 31.
27 and 31. I got to go 31. That's Willie Andrews' number, so it's gonna be 31.
Okay. So points per game, 16.4, ranked 31st in the league. Passing yards per game, 140.3, ranked 31st in the league. Just wanted to give you. Yeah.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying, you picked 31.
God damn it. Did I have to do that? Man, you set me up. You bastard.
Just say it, bro. I'm nervous, bro. I'm nervous.
Middle say he think Rees rolls mainly to help the players understand the system because I know he's not calling plays. Excellent point. Excellent point.
I'm telling you, y'all. Hey, I'm just saying. Stefanski started the season calling the plays. Things weren't working out, and like the whole message and everything just wasn't working out at first, right? He gave the play calling to Tommy Rees. Do not be surprised if Tommy Rees is calling those plays because Stefanski wants him to continue to grow. Stefanski likes him. That's his buddy. It's all he feels like he has a brilliant football mind. He likes the guy, et cetera, et cetera. He's going to give him the opportunity. That's why we're hoping that it doesn't backfire because we've seen this before, and we're hoping that Tommy Rees can at least, come in and learn from the experiences that he has had from not just the Browns, but even further back. And hopefully he can shake off whatever funk that he was in up there in Cleveland and get this offense, really rolling and keep it rolling.
Facts. That's what I'm talking about. Miss Christie, what's good? Will, I'm finna get to that super chat. Give me 1 second. So I have 2-game optimism. I could see we had a coach and offensive coordinator from team that had recent playoff contention. Fans shouldn't be expected to be overjoyed. It's been 8 years of this type of coaching, and you can't argue with that. at some point frustration can kick in, and I'm telling you, it's just frustrating to see. Like we missed out on coaching the last time, and if it happens this time, the fans are gonna lose all hope. Jew, what's up, man? He said coach the fans better call the plays. His job depends on it. Absolutely, he got to, because we don't need that to happen again.
Right,
Willie, thanks for the donation, my guy. He said y'all coverage has been excellent. Great interview with Mud Duck. Interested to see the roster moves. Reese hopefully better than Ragon. Anybody better than Dave Ragon? Yeah, I can hold a damn clipboard or the DoorDash. Come on now.
I'm just saying. But Ragon, like again, Reese is going to have. This is my personal opinion. Y'all, please pray that I'm wrong about this. But I really believe that Tommy Reese is going to be the play caller. He's going to be the OC. He's going to get the opportunity because, again, we have a guy that wants to. That first of all, again, like I said, he likes the guy. It's his buddy. And you don't just bring that guy over just because it's easy to do. Like, he wants him to succeed, and he believes that he can succeed. I really believe it. And I think, he's going to give the reins to Bijan and everything. I think he's still going to be watching it, but I'm afraid it may be one of those situations to where if he does have to get it snatched away from him, it just may be a game or two too late, because we've seen that before too. So I'm worried.
Clay says Stefanski reported the game play calling to Reese because he had other issues within the team he was dealing with because it was such a train wreck. Cleveland beat writers saying coaching wasn't the problem. See, and I'm saying somebody lying. Well, we're gonna soon find out.
We're gonna all find out together, Falcon fans. I'm telling you, like, I'm just nervous about it. It wasn't even my first choice, third, nothing like that. But I understand the relationships, and this is what happens in football. Guys are going to continue to get opportunities, even if they mess up once or twice. Stefanski had been calling the plays like in Cleveland the entire time, I believe, and then like just like Clay was saying, there was so many other fires he had to put out that he couldn't take on the play callers. And then here comes Tommy Reese again. I mean, they did win 3 more games, when Tommy Reese was calling the plays. It just they didn't have the personnel. So, yeah, you can try to find some things in there to be optimistic about. But realistically, we just need it all to work. It has to work. It just has to work.
But you want to put a positive spin on it right quick?
Shoot, go ahead and put a positive spin. I know we still got that video, too.
Kevin Stefanski was 11-5 in his first year in Cleveland. So,
that's true.
It's
That's
optimistic, and I can roll with it.
Yeah,
keep that in mind, people.
Had Baker. Oh, it was so funny. I don't know if y'all had seen it, but Joe Thomas had replied to Baker too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you, you got it. It was funny. Y'all got to check that one out.
Middle Mills, it was just the end of last year.
Yeah.
It was just the end because he was a tight end coach actually, and he got elevated to offensive coordinator. But he also was offensive coordinator at Alabama, so he has experience. So it was just at the pro level. But let's get into this quick 2-minute video, man. So y'all can get everybody else's perspective on what's going on in Cleveland with those two guys. Let's take a listen right quick.
Yeah, he ends up taking Tommy, who helped lead some of the worst offenses in the NFL the last 2 years. And to me, there's one takeaway, and one takeaway only, which is fairly obvious. Kevin Stefanski did not think Tommy was a problem at all. He just didn't think they had the weapons. They didn't think they had the quarterbacks, the offensive line, the wide receivers, because think about how monumental that is, how serious this is, that this could be Kevin's only chance to coach an NFL team ever again.
Yeah.
And he is posting up with Tommy Reese.
Well, do you think Tommy Reese is bad at his job?
It's honestly, in the end, impossible to tell.
You're giving it off like you think Tommy Reese is going to be a disaster.
I thought he was unqualified. Obviously, there is a reason why there had been an old traditional ascension for candidates. They would work their way up. They would be quality control. They would then coach defensive backs, then eventually defensive coordinator, and provided the team won games. It had to be a perfect storm of you demonstrating your value to an organization or to maybe others, and then the team winning to validate what you were doing. And when the two things would mesh, then you became the hot candidate.
I think you're right.
And then you get the head coaching job.
I think you're as right as you could possibly be about all this. But he's telling you with all these moves, and you are as right as you could possibly be. He is telling you with these moves, he is telling you that Andrew Berry is in charge of this mess. And whether or not that, we don't even know if that's right or not, by the way. That's not drawing a conclusion, because Michael Penix could be down there, and who knows what Kirk Cousins is going to do. And they could go down there, and they could look just as inept as we've been talking about here over the last couple of years. Now, they got Bijan Robinson. I don't know what they have with all the other ones. I mean, they got weapons. You got Drake. You got the tight end. Like, you got guys that you could possibly work with. But if that thing goes out there and fails, we could look at it and go, boy, this was a true partnership. These were true thought partners in disaster with this football team. That actually can be put out there. So I'm not drawing a conclusion in January that it was all Andrew's fault because we're not doing well with the coaching search and we're not feeling well about the coaching search.
Ooh, boy.
Man, they ain't gonna lie. They were stirring that pot, boy.
Shit, bro, they were roasting them like some damn potatoes. Shit.
My goodness.
You can look at it, and I get where both of them coming from, man, about Andrew Berry. And see, and this is the thing, if y'all remember me saying this, if your GM and your coach ain't getting along, it's going to be a train wreck either way it go. Because if they not putting the right product on the field and putting the right groceries together on the roster, it's going to be a train wreck. Look at how many offensive linemen the Browns done lost the last 3 years. They used to have one of the better lines in the league. But now, train wreck. You talk about the running back position. I forgot Odell Beckham and Kareem Hunt was there in 2020 when Stefanski got there. But when you look at overall whole as far as rosters, I think the defense will be fine with Ulbrich, but the offense, we losing Tyler Algier, possibly losing Kyle Pitts. So you got to fill in those spots. And think about the quarterback position. This is the thing, man. When you fill in spots, you got to hit. When you talk about adding depth to a roster, you got it.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. You have to think about that. It's got to be a perfect storm. My thing is, I think the one thing that we do have going for ourselves, even if we just step outside of Tommy Rees, is what we talked about last night with, some Falcons legend, Todd McClure, about having Bill Callahan coming over and having him with Stefanski. At first year, those guys had a number one offensive line. And then they still was top 10 the next few years, except for that year where they had a bunch of injuries. The last year of Callahan being in Cleveland when they were 24th in the league. But again, they were rolling out there with the third and fourth, and they had to find all type of guys. So we're just hoping and praying that this is all going to work out for the Atlanta Falcons, man. I'm just being honest, bro. Like, at the end of the day, we gotta pray, fam. We gotta pray that it's gonna work out, and we gotta continue to be optimistic because, again, all this is going on under our humble president of football. Knows, the Matt Ryan. So again, if he's not going against it, if he's willing to try it out. We kind of got to be willing to do it too. Maybe the talent down here can override any kind of incompetent type of play calls or anything that was going on. Maybe the play calling gets better because they're better weapons. Maybe, but I hate it because it's always that other side of the maybe not. So we just hoping that it doesn't backfire. Like that's why this is a perfect title. Really for this particular show, because that's really what we're going for. And that particular 4-letter word, hope, we're putting a lot into it.
H.O. said hesitant, being optimistic. We hired a coach from the worst franchise in the NFL. When I say it that way, is a reason for caution to be hesitant. And that's true. That's true. I mean, we can't knock out being hesitant because it's what we've been through the last decade. Outside of Dan Quinn in the Super Bowl and the year after that, what have we done in the last decade? Nothing. Play calling looks to be an issue again. Could be, but, we got to wait and see. Because, I mean, look, if we knew what was going on at this point, we could tell them what to do before it happens. And we can't do that. So, We just got to wait and see. I'm looking for a question I saw earlier.
I'm with you too. I need incompetent play calling is incompetent play calling, man.
Right.
And that's why I'm so worried and hesitant, because I do know that. And it's just like, bruh, you can have all the talent in the world. We just seen it. At the end of the day, if you're not consistent, you're going to end up, 8-9, 7-10. It just happens, bro. Like, it just,
like Millie Mill said, there's a difference too. We got a new front office, so if things don't work out, you better adjust on the go. And you better really, when you hire a quarterback coach, you better make sure he coach the offense too. Because if the offense coordinator working, you got to ship him out and bring somebody else in, and then you got to take over play calling. So you better get it right.
That's what
Carl
I'm saying.
said. Okay, go ahead and then I answer that question. Go ahead.
Oh no. I was agreeing with what you saying, because it all got to work. I mean, at the end of the day, go ahead with the question.
Okay, what are y'all thoughts on Zac Robinson if he succeeds in Tampa, and what would it be the issue if that happens?
Dang. Now that is a good question, because, well, first of all, my thoughts on Zac Robinson going to Tampa, I just find that kind of funny. I mean, but you look at it, he has a winning record against Tampa. Every time Tampa seen him, they really didn't want to see him. So I can understand. And then Baker Mayfield even pushed for it. So he's more experienced, now. I mean, he's a more
experienced. He coached Baker in LA, so that's why he pushed for it.
Of course. Yeah. It's one of Baker's best times of his life, So with that, I can see it. And he said, okay, he's going to bring them in, but we're going to see exactly where they go. But if hypothetically he has success in Tampa, then that would just go back to, for me, I would think it has to do with coaching, like the leadership at the helm. Because if Todd Bowles can get more out of Zac Robinson than Raheem Morris could, then that just lets you know about where it goes for as far as leadership. I think really you can hang out on that, because I don't necessarily feel like they have better talent than we do necessarily. I just feel like that's exactly what it'll be. The message, and maybe the accountability and understanding, and then maybe, having a little bit more experience as well too. All that can factor in.
Yeah, absolutely. That's where I'm going with it, man. I think Baker Mayfield, just like Kirk Cousins, would carry Zac Robinson and make Zac Robinson look better than what Zac Robinson is. And if he has to, if Baker gets hurt and they have to go to the backup, the real Zac Robinson gonna show back up. And I don't think he can grow in that fast in just 2 years after looking like trash here for 2 years. If he's gonna grow as an offensive coordinator, it'll be 3-4 years down the road. He has to get experience under his belt. But having a veteran quarterback will make him look better, because Kirk Cousins made him look better.
Yes, he did.
But it happens sometimes. Sometimes you had the right veteran in place to carry your team, and all you need to do is just call plays, and they do the audibility, and they do the hot routes and reading and all that on the field. So you got a veteran, he'll be fine.
Well, I'll tell you something else we can find out too. I just had thought about, well, if it don't work down there for Zac Robinson, and it looked like it's the quarterback, well, we know that Baker ain't all that either then, huh?
Yep.
All that stuff.
Not under the wrong coach.
You're right.
Christy said if Robinson never wanted to change plays as offensive coordinator here, why would he become a genius in Tampa? Absolutely.
Man, listen.
Maggie said Zac going to them is hilarious. I mean, it happens sometimes.
It is. But they always doing that. Remember, Mike Smith went right down to Tampa after he left us, and then went right into retirement right after that.
Yeah. Buck Skull Game said Zac needs to reunite with Pitts. That would be some bullshit. The
crazy thing about
it could happen.
Yeah, if
they I don't think Cade Otton coming back, so it could happen.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. Depending on what we're trying to do, I take Cade Otton for the blocking purposes.
Oh, he can catch too, because when he was with Brady, shit, he was doing his thing.
Yeah. I mean, of course, you're gonna have him doing that too, for sure. But
facts. Christian said Ladybirds in the house, man. Appreciate y'all.
Nice. Let's go on.
Jason said just came in and we retaining Mike Petrie, good. Nick Jones, assistant offensive line coach, and Dave Huxtable, assistant defensive. He's really a consultant. Dave Huxtable is, so that's a good thing. And the thing about it, Dave Huxtable was at Alabama when Tommy Reese was there, so that's another connection. So
yeah,
I mean, familiarity. I keep telling y'all, it's going to happen.
Buddy.
Clay said he got a feeling we going to find out Zac wasn't the problem. Hope I'm wrong. All right, boy, I'd be pissed.
I ain't gonna lie to you again. I'm gonna think about if we are wrong. I'm thinking about the leadership, the accountability. I am thinking about more experience, and I'm thinking about the veteran quarterback.
Right. King ATL supports says Smitty. I think Matt Jones fits this team.
Yep,
absolutely. You go check out last night's live stream. We talked about it, and I put out a video about Matt Jones yesterday.
That was funny. That was funny. First name Todd said. Oh man, yeah, but y'all make sure. I'm telling y'all, if y'all haven't checked out the interview with Todd McClure, guys, I'm telling you, it's a must watch. It's about 48 minutes, but I'm telling you, go ahead and so get you something to eat and just kick back and watch it and check it out, man. It was great. Oh, okay. Maggie with the update
said they done completed an interview with James Lipperford already for general manager. And the crazy thing is, they're going over candidate that Matt Ryan and Kevin Stefanski put together. Yeah. So the last 40 they've done, 2 Matt Ryan, 2 Kevin Stefanski. They're gonna come up with a hire. Today is Thursday, so you can see a hire as early as tomorrow, Saturday, because they having a press conference Tuesday. And they have to have a general manager in place by Tuesday. So I think they're going to do their homework for the next 24 to 48 hours. Or hell, just like they did last time. We could be on live and it just break right then and there. So,
yeah, man. And then another thing about James, too, he is also a former alumni of Georgia Tech. So that lets you know that he got a mind. You can get there off scholarship, but you still got to have some type of sense, to be at Georgia Tech too. So, more connections and more, guys who are familiar at least with the city.
Yeah, you got to remember a new president of football. He's a quarterback, so he's going to look at things through a quarterback's eyes. And when you do that to me, that's not a problem. But you got to think of it as first time. It's the first time doing things, man. So we'll see. But you have some
awards. Yeah, of course. I said can't forget about our guys, man. Shout out to our guys, Zac Robinson, Xavier Watts, and also James Pierce Jr. Now, as far as Rookie of the Year goes, they got snubbed from at least being a finalist on that particular list, but the AP list is coming out. We're AP finalists. Zac Robinson finalist for Offensive Player of the Year, and we also have our 2 young guys that we just picked up in this past year's draft. Thank you, Terry Fontenot, for that, because those guys are.
To my D2 guys.
Yeah, man, finalists for Defensive Rookie of the Year. At the end of the day, I don't care which one of the guys win it between those 2. Hopefully, as long as one of those guys can get it for me, because both of them had stellar seasons. We're talking about 10.5 sacks for James Pierce, something that hasn't been done right around since, Michael Parsons, and how good Michael Parsons is. And then, of course, Xavier Watts tying rookie records and breaking rookie records, and also being in the same conversation as guys like Deion Sanders. So these guys still have so much time to grow. They only just was in their rookie season and already doing those things, and these guys are definitely game changers and gamers, and we definitely seen it in Xavier Watts. We knew that was a first round talent that just slid all the way to the Falcons, and we absolutely were grateful for it. And James Pierce, he just came in and just said, hey, man, look, you took the pick on me. You ain't got to worry about the pick. F that pick. So I'm very proud of the young guys and Zac Robinson. Come on, Smitty. What else can we say about Zac Robinson? This guy is
running back in the league.
Absolutely incredible, man. And he does have some stiff competition to go up against, but at the same time, we're talking about a guy who averaged almost 2,300 yards from scrimmage and nearly 200 more yards than second place Christian McCaffrey, by the way. And also just another guy that was close to obtaining, it's a Saquon Barkley's legendary season, and he was only like 15 yards away. So, hey, at the end of the day, Bijan Robinson, 7, you are that guy. And I think you were just saying hello this year. Next year, I expect an even bigger year for Bijan Robinson.
Absolutely. A-Love said you guys got to take into account that $238 million is why the Browns so bad in cap space. That's what he really saying, cap space.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That's true. When you and then you got not only $238 million on the defensive side, you got a $40 million guy. So
right,
when you got cap space, building your team, you have to hit in the draft every single time.
You do, bro. So and again, when you don't have those picks, because like what? They didn't have any picks for 2 seasons. Well, these first rounders, because they had to trade it on off to help get Deshaun Watson. Then they pay that 230 guaranteed, and you're not going to be able to really build around the roster. So again, that goes back to the front office. That ain't nobody's fault but theirs. So let's just see. Remain optimistic. I mean, we're going to try to find some optimism about Tommy Rees, because again, it's a similar situation like how it was when Zac Robinson first came to Atlanta. So it's like, are we restarting the process all over again? That's what I believe some Falcon fans can be worried about.
Yeah, but I mean, when you talk about just getting a new guy, offensive minded, and has more experience, I think that's the key. I mean, we looking at Tommy Rees, and true enough, he may call, he might have input on the game plan and scheming and all of that. But if Kevin Stefanski is calling the plays, he can't be worse than Zac Robinson. Let's keep that real 100%. He can't be, because if he's worse than Zac Robinson at play calling, we're gonna be rebuilding. Because if we mess up this time, you got Bijan contract coming, you got Drake contract coming, you already got Kyle Pitts contract this offseason if they keep him. So I mean, you can't mess with this coaching hire. You can't.
We're gonna start losing guys. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, this is the season where it all really has to work. You have all this first round talent. You have all these guys who are plug and play guys. You have, it's in a good offensive line. It's you have everything that's going necessarily and trending in the right direction for a playoff team and beyond. God, it's just, can we get everything to work together at one time? Because if you don't, you're going to start losing guys. Guys are going to, regardless of how good of a football player they are and how much they love Atlanta, it's like at the end of the day, we all play to win. And if we're not doing that, no matter how much, of a good guy Bijan is, he going to ask to be out of here. Same thing for Drake. Same thing. You even got to think about your defensive players. Are they going to sign extensions? Are they going to sign with you? I mean, you got to start thinking, our outside talents. Our outside talents going to look at Atlanta and be like, yeah, I'm going to go down to the A. You got to start considering all those things. So we got to.
Yeah, Ronald said you just got to believe in Matt Ryan. His hire sometimes changes best. Come on, everyone, let's support the Falcons. We support him 100%.
Let's do it.
We just keep it real. I mean, come on. I mean, look, when you see something, you got to talk on it, man. And long as I've been a fan, I've seen this before. I've seen it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Experience is everything. And they say history repeats itself. So we're just hoping that we can rewrite a whole new history and start a whole new timeline. That's exactly what we're trying to do at this point.
Absolutely. Mill said, do we become the Jets if we miss on this hire?
I don't think we're the Jets yet, because the Jets are still jetting, but it just doesn't look bad. I don't want to be any of those bad teams. I want to be Atlanta Falcons. It's in a good football team who goes off and starts getting to the playoffs on a consistent level, competing for championships, actually winning 1 or 2. That'll be great too, by the way. So I just want to be the Atlanta Falcons that are winning games. I don't want to be none of those bad teams. I don't want to be compared to anybody. We have so much that goes against us in the record books of football. If you just go and just look at it, no matter if it's coaches, plays, performances, etc. I'm just ready to get to a good place where it is for the Atlanta Falcons, man.
Yep, you got it. You got to think positive at this point. Sometimes, like you said, sometimes change is good, and with better talent and the skill set that Stefanski has, I think it could work. It could work. But yeah, quick pop up, man. I had to bring it to you right quick. We wanted y'all to hear that because that's somebody on the outside perspective. And I get it that, what happened in Cleveland, and like somebody put in the chat earlier, sometimes when an organization is a train wreck, look, it just like I told y'all last night, sometimes that poison started in the front office, just leaks all the way on down to the field.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's true.
DJ, what's up, my guy?
What's happening? Hey, but I also feel fans who are feeling like Hucklebuck, who are saying the bottom line is he hasn't worked out, nowhere he's been, regardless, Notre Dame, Alabama, and now NFL experience, even if it was a half a season in Cleveland. Said, I want to be optimistic, but the record says what it is. Failure at OC, period.
Yeah,
whew.
I get it.
Fans, y'all on it, boy.
Y'all hell, boy, I tell you.
Yeah, either way.
That dude with that gas can't stand outside Mercedes-Benz Stadium, so hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But ultimately,
that's a lot of y'all right now.
Hey, man, ultimately though, y'all, let's just watch it. Let's just watch and see, man. Let's just watch and see what happens. Let's continue to watch the moves because we're still interviewing GMs. So I think, once we get that in there, we can start kind of focusing on putting the roster together and who's going to be here, who's going to go. Just prepare yourselves for somebody to be mad because we may possibly lose one or two guys that we want to keep. But that's just how business goes. Regardless.
Yeah, you got to rinse and repeat. Fill in the spots.
It's rise up anyway.
Facts. But quick pop-up show, man. Like I said, Chris, you know what to do.
Hey, man, A1 Forever Sports, that's the platform on YouTube. Hey, come over and be a part of the A1 family. Love to have you. Also, Hawks Digest, love to have you over there as well. Covering all things Atlanta Hawks. Me, Walter Pollard, and also Mikey as well. I can say, like I always say, man, thank y'all for always tuning in. Y'all know if anything drop, we'll be right back, spinning the block, we'll be hitting the live button to talk about it. So just wanted to, get these few little subjects out the way. And hey, man, well, actually not little subjects. There are huge subjects. Got an offensive coordinator, got a couple of possible all pros. So either way it goes, man, appreciate y'all always coming through. Twitter, A1 Forever, Instagram, A1 Forever, the real A1 Forever on TikTok, y'all.
Facts. Y'all know to catch me, man, on Twitter at FatBoySlam_21. I'm always over there blowing that thing up. Also, catch me right here on the Sports Machine, Smitty Sports Machine. I give y'all latest topics, debates, headlines, all that good stuff. And we keep the pop-up live stream rolling, man. For my boy Chris, it's your boy Antoine Smith. We're going to holler at y'all soon because I got a feeling some news going to break in the next 24 to 48 hours. But until then, we're going to holler at y'all, man. Peace.
Hello.